Students, welcome you all to this session. In the last session, we learned about electromagnetic theory, and in this session, we are going to read about particle nature of electromagnetic radiation. In today's class, we will be learning about Planck's quantum theory, success of Maxwell's wave theory. Some of the experimental phenomena such as interference and diffraction can be explained by the wave theory of electromagnetic radiation. However, wave theory failed to explain certain facts, that is, blackbody radiation, photoelectric effect, variation of heat capacity of a solid as a function of temperature, line spectra of atom with special reference to hydrogen. Blackbody radiation. Blackbody radiation is one of the experiments that changed the face of science and philosophy. It was Planck who was responsible for the drastic shift or change the idea of science. What is a blackbody? See, whenever light falls on an object, light of certain frequencies are reflected while others are absorbed. A blackbody is something that absorbs light of all frequencies. We know that when an object is heated, it will emit the absorbed radiation. When a piece of metal is heated, it emits radiation. Not just a piece of metal. All objects emit radiation, even at room temperature. What happens when an iron rod is heated? When an iron rod is heated in a furnace, it first turns to dull red and progressively becomes more and more red in color. On further heating, the radiation emitted will become white and then becomes blue at very high temperature. It means that the frequency of emitted radiation goes from a lower frequency to a higher frequency. The lower frequency range, that is from red, to the higher frequency, which is blue. Red color lies in the lower frequency region, while the blue color lies in the higher frequency region. So, let us draw a graph between the wavelength and intensity of light. You can see the graph which is drawn at three different temperatures, 3000 Kelvin, 4000 Kelvin and 5000 Kelvin. So we have taken wavelength along the x-axis and intensity along the y-axis. Consider two objects A and B. Let us take the first two temperatures which are at 3000 Kelvin and 4000 Kelvin. So the object A and B are at temperature T1 and T2 respectively. It seems that object A emits radiation with maximum intensity at a particular wavelength lambda naught 1. Similarly, object B emits radiation with maximum intensity at wavelength lambda naught 2. It has to be noted that lambda naught 2 is less than lambda naught 1. This is the experimental observation. So, we can see from the graph that at a particular temperature, as wavelength increases, the intensity of emitted radiation increases, reaches a maximum value, and with further increase in wavelength, intensity decreases. You can refer to the diagram. And at lambda naught, intensity of radiation reaches maximum. For higher temperature T2, that is T2 is greater than T1, intensity of radiation increases as wavelength increases and reaches peak and then decreases with further increase in the wavelength. It is seen that wavelength for which intensity gets maximum gets shifted to the left. The classical electromagnetic theory could not explain this graph. Wave theory of light predicted alternatively. That is, wave theory suggested that intensity will increase indefinitely, and for wavelength belonging to ultraviolet region, intensity of emitted radiation will be very large. But this is not true experimentally. This is called ultraviolet catastrophe. Now, Planck suggested that when the energy emitted by blackbody is discrete, the problem of ultraviolet catastrophe is solved. That is, Planck suggested that blackbody emits radiation with a discrete packet of energy. One sharp difference between wave and particle is that wave is not localized in space. That is, it do not have fixed boundary. But when you see about a particle are localized and it has definite boundary. For example, when a marble is thrown on a wall, it hits the wall at a particular point and it transfers all its energy to a particular point on the wall. But at the same time, when wave falls on the wall, it still transfers its energy but not to a particular point on the wall. So, Planck gave the name quantum to the smallest quantity of energy that can be emitted or absorbed in the form of electromagnetic radiation. This energy E of a quantum of radiation is proportional to its frequency and is expressed by the equation E is equal to h nu, where h is called Planck's constant and the value of h is 6.626 into 10 power minus 34 joules per second. Photoelectric effect. It was Hertz who performed a very interesting experiment in which electrons were ejected when certain metals like rubidium or cesium were exposed to a beam of light. See here in this picture you can see the vacuum chamber where there is a metal surface and light from a source is fall on the metal surface and immediately the electron is ejected. This is called photoelectric effect. Results of photoelectric effect. The electrons are ejected from the metal surface as soon as the beam of light strikes the surface. There is no time lag between the striking of the light beam and the ejection of electron from the metal surface. So, ejection of electron is very spontaneous. Next is the number of electron ejected is proportional to the intensity or brightness of light. And for each metal, there is a characteristic minimum frequency which is called as threshold frequency, below which photoelectric effect is not observed. So it was observed that greater the energy possessed by a photon, greater will be the transfer of energy to the electron and greater will be the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. That is, greater the energy possessed by a photon, greater will be the transfer of energy to the electron and greater will be the kinetic energy of the ejected electron. The kinetic energy of the ejected electron is proportional to the frequency of electromagnetic radiation. Since the striking of a photon has energy equal to h nu and the minimum frequency required for the ejection of electron is E. So here h nu is given as hf. So let us take the equation as hf minus hf naught is transferred as kinetic energy of the photoelectron. So following the conservation of energy principle, the kinetic energy of the ejected electron is given by the equation hf is equal to hf naught plus half mv square, where m is the mass of the electron and v is the velocity of the ejected electron. Wave-particle duality. The particle nature of light explains the experiments of blackbody radiation and photoelectric effect satisfactorily, but it could not account for the wave character. So, it was concluded that light possesses both wave-like and particle-like character. Whenever radiation interacts with matter, it displays particle-like properties and it exhibits wave-like character when it propagates. Some microscopic particle like electron also exhibit the wave-particle duality. So far we have learned about blackbody radiation and photoelectric effect. I hope you would have understood. In the next session, we will be learning about absorption and emission spectrum and line emission spectrum of hydrogen atom. Thank you, children.